we'll go to the next important analysis, which is the enterprise mining. So enterprise mining, we stand across multiple, um, I mean, uh, verticals: so purchase, order, sales, billing. So let me just go to the let's just take an example. Let's go to the purchase documents. Okay, the enterprise structure mining. So what is enterprise structure mining, and why we do, KTern perform this as part of this assessment? So one of the key things that we discovered was, a customer has, tons of data. I mean, in the SAP system, in terms of GB or even in terms of TB for that matter. So are all these data being used? So how can we, arrive at critical data sets which a customer is actively using? At least, the master data, or the configuration data for that matter. Say for example, if you have to identify the number of company codes that the customer is using. Um, so as a consultant, as an SAP user, we go to a transaction and we see a list of company codes in the tables, or in our report. But that doesn't signify that the customer is using all these company codes. So for example, there may be 60 company codes as part of the company code table, and it is not that the customer is using all the 60 company codes. If we ask the customer, if we conduct a workshop with them, we will be able to realize that they are using only 4 to 5 company codes. See, company codes is just an example that I'm giving here. So similarly, for any other data for that matter, the plans, the storage locations they have, any other data for that matter. So that is the complete, or the whole objective of this enterprise structure mining. So it's about to identify what is the data that is being actively used by the system, used by the customer, so that the test data can be formulated based on that. And also, you know while we do the transformation, the focus can be only on those areas for those company codes, or for those plans, or for those storage locations. And we can ask the customer whether we can neglect the other stuffs. So that is the whole purpose of this enterprise structure mining. And as you can see, this structure mining is performed for the purchasing process. So here, um, as I said, KTern starts off with the company code as a first level, as a root node, and then it goes to the other nodes as well. So this was done for the financial year to 2019, and KTern has identified nearly 17 company codes. Say for so these 17 company codes are listed here in the tree view. I'm not able to zoom out just due to some mouse issue. But let us go to the tree here. So under 4002 company code, so there is one purchasing organization, or maybe let's take a better example. Okay. So under 8000 company code, there are these many purchasing organizations. Under this purchasing organization, there are these many purchasing groups. Under this purchasing group, there's a plant, and there's a storage location. And then under this storage location, this many purchase documents are created in this particular financial year 2019. So here, as you can see, the complete enterprise structure is being formulated here by KTern. Again, this happens automatically just by click of a button, without any manual effort, directly by reading the system data. So right from the master data till the transactions that are being performed, KTern formulates the complete enterprise structure for us. So similarly, we'll be able to go through other nodes as well. But let me just give another use case as well. To this enterprise structure mining. Say for example, as I said before, so what are the company codes that are being actively used? So that we can determine that based on the number of transactions that are performing against company codes, right? Say for example, if I sort uh, the number of purchase documents, so the higher the purchase documents that are being created, the more actively is the company code is being used, right? So we can get the list of company codes that are being used actively just by sorting and filtering uh, stuffs using the data that KTern gives us. So this is all about the enterprise structure mining. So in building, one of the crucial factors that KTern identifies is how many currencies in which the business is operating. Say for example, in building, along with the building documents, KTern also gives us a currency. So for example, we can determine how many currencies in which the business is operating in a specific company code and a specific region as well. So That's what I wanted to show here in billing. But yeah, so again, similarly, the structure is formulated for us, and we'll be able to, you know, determine the complete structure. So this is about the enterprise structure mining. So KTern. So first is the business process. The next is the data part. So the enterprise structure mining is more about getting inside the SAP data and then formulating the enterprise structure. So the first is the process. The next is the data, and then so these are some of the assets analysis.